In a small town, there was an animal shelter full of hope and love. In this shelter lived a tiny puppy named Raggles. He was a Shih Tzu with big, sorrowful eyes that had seen too much fear and loneliness. Raggles had been rescued from a puppy mill, where he had been kept in terrible conditions. Now he was in the shelter, but he still felt lost and scared. One day, as Raggles sat in his cozy corner, his attention was caught by a sound coming from the other end of the shelter. It was a quiet, trembling squeak. He didn't know what it was, but his curiosity got the better of him. He cautiously approached the source of the sound and saw a tiny kitten who had just been found under an old porch. Her name was Chompers, and she was only 2 days old. She was just as lonely as Raggles. Chompers was too small and weak, but her spirit was unbroken. She opened her eyes and saw Raggles watching her with interest. At that moment, an invisible bond formed between them. Raggles, feeling tenderness, moved closer and gently touched her tiny paw with his nose. Chompers responded with a soft meow, as if saying, "I'm not alone." With each passing day, their friendship grew stronger. Raggles taught Chompers how to be brave, and she, in turn, brought joy and playfulness into his life. They explored the shelter together, played with toys, and even slept side by side, cuddled up. Their stories had once been full of fear, but now they were full of hope. The shelter noticed how deeply they had bonded and decided they should be adopted together. On the day they were taken to their new family, Raggles and Chompers sat in the same carrier, filled with excitement and a little anxiety. They didn't know what lay ahead, but they knew one thing: they wouldn't be alone. Their new family welcomed them with open arms. The children laughed joyfully as Raggles and Chompers began exploring the house, and soon they became an inseparable part of this loving family. Raggles was no longer afraid, and Chompers could finally play like a real kitten. Their story became an example of how friendship can change lives, even when the beginning seems hopeless.